Good morning, team. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. Today we are on a main mission. We're going by quad bike. The bro will be here in about 10 minutes. I've just pulled up to the beach, and we'll be boosting down to a river mouth, about 20 minutes on the bike to go for a mission. We got a set net, a scoop net, and my fishing rod. Check that out. How good is that? Alright team, down the river mouth. Set up our net. Well, we actually set up just over here before, and no good. Just swirling in there, and the screens, it was just, the tide's coming in quick. So but anyway, this is us here. We've got a bit of a screen on the bank there, down into our sock net, 2 waratahs in the front, a couple bungee cords that rope up to a log, and the waratah here which is holding that back in place. Got a bit of current. The water's dirty, which can either be, I mean, some would say it's good, some would say it's bad, but just gonna let that soak. The bro's over there rigging up his surf caster, and I'm gonna chuck a bait out. I'm gonna flick a few spinners around shortly, but just watching this net, making sure everything's sitting tight, which it looks pretty good. We had a boat come past before and the waves didn't move it at all, so happy with that. We'll just let it soak, and hopefully as the tide comes in we don't have to move it. You know, that'll just take up the screen, which I've got a mark on there which is 2.1 meters. The net's 900, so gives us that 3 meters from screen to net if we need to. Otherwise we're just going to bring it in, move it closer. But for now, we're out of here. Hopefully the bait run, there's the river mouth right there. So, something different today. But yeah, we're getting amongst it. Some cool driftwood in there. Washed all the way up. A couple little ones in there, maybe 5 or 6 whitebait. I reckon we move it up around the corner, eh? So we don't have to muck around too much. Alright team, just did a reset. We're just further up. We were around the corner, down there, close to the river mouth, but I'm coming up further into the wind, but at least it's not so surgy from the waves for the set net. So just got it set there. We got about 5 whitebait in the first lift down there. Not many at all, but it's something. So we just need them to run now, and yeah, bro's just going to check his hook, his bait, and then yeah, I'm about to crack a coldie. So mean little posse now. Got another whitebaiter just on the other side of the river with a scoop net. I have got my scoop, but I didn't bring markers or anything, so just going to give this a bit of a run here, especially with that incoming tide. It's quite hard adjusting your net, and the waves are surging in. So, but otherwise, here he is. I thought I heard that bike. Right team, I've put over, I'd say 50 to 100 casts with this little fella walking all the way down from there. And not a bite, so I'm going to change it. I've got a couple of soft baits, bigger jig there, but I'm going to rig up a jig head and fire a bloody softie or two out there. It's quiet, there's no whitebait, there's no kahawai, there's no bloody birds working. She's a slow day, so I pulled my whitebait net before. I was like, look, there's no current, it's not happening. When it's not happening, it's not happening. I've run a few scoops through the waves, nothing but sand, so it's one of those days I think. But anyway, we're going to carry on. I'm going to put in another 50 to 100 casts walking back that way with one of these, so you'll know if I've got one. Alright, we're rigged up. Going to fire this out about 100 times, but check the surroundings. How sick is this? Pine trees right there, big cliff face of sand, and a very quiet beach because it takes 20 odd minutes to get down there by pod. So we're going to go hard and we're going to try and get a fish with this. I need to catch something. 5 whitebait in the first lift, that ain't a catch. Well, it is, but yeah, we're not gonna go into that. There's got to be more. Surely there's got to be a kahawai in there. Come on, kahis. But yeah, no whitebait, no kahawais. Hey! There we go, he's off now. So team, epic mission with the brother Tony. Unfortunately the bait went running, neither were the kahis, but man, how good was that? Just getting down there and especially on the quad, boost down. Cool mission, man. At the end there we almost had a bit of a whoopsie with the quad up on the cliff, but we made it out unscathed, bit of pulling and that, but weight is all washed up, sock net's all washed up, scoop net's washed up, and the screen's all good. But I did crack it today because I found this beauty on the beach. How good is that? The old stainless mug. It's going to be my new coffee cup on my missions. How good. Also, shout out to the brother for dropping me off these windows. Chuck these in a container, shipping container. Maybe next week. So main. That's a nice penny, mate.
Yeah, not a bad one. I could pay a plenty penny.
Nice fish, mate.
Cool.
Yep. I think if we stay around it, I'll be able to get a few.
Yeah, well, I threw it out there a few times to be useless. So I was thinking I could blame it.
Yep. Oh, he's woken up. He's woken up. I don't think he realised he was hooked until he's... Nice.
Well done, bud.
We get him out.
Surely.
Really? How does that even happen? Oh, they're right there in the front.
So the old throat, yeah, like...
Alright team, back home. Bit of a spontaneous mission. I was sort of, I was down the river last night whitebaiting, and got a message, well a phone call actually from my bro's old man about, hey, you want to come fishing in the morning? I'm like, oh yep, been down the river most of yesterday whitebaiting, and then today all day fishing, but so main day. The fishing was pretty hard, but main day. Thank you to Glenn and Nigel. Epic mission. The fish weren't on the choo-choo, but what a good day. Always out on the water. My face, I'm a bit sunbaked, and yeah, she's been yeah, not a bad. I'll sleep well tonight anyway. A couple of days mission, and we got a fat kahi in the bin, which I'll put in the smoker under that ice. Big ocean going kahi. So, and some fillies down in there, so a few snaps, tarakihi fillet too, we got one of them, so a few snaps, one tarakihi and a massive kahawai. Yeah, but otherwise main mission, and I'll be back on that boat hopefully again on some deep drop missions. He said bit of deep drops and some game fishing, so weather was outstanding but the fishing was pretty slow. I mean, we've got a feed, so it's good to get a feed, eh? But yeah, I'm just tutting around in my shed having a cold can or 2, 3, but yeah, main mission. Another one, I'm just going to make a bit of a vlog, not just one missions, like, yeah, bit of a mixture of all sorts. So, and then tomorrow I'll either cook up the kids a feed of that, or yeah, I'd say I'll cook the kids a feed, or otherwise a raw fish out of it, because I'm keen on some raw fish. Coconut, man, I've been fiending that for ages. And then I'll smoke up that tomorrow, that kahi and this Bradley. I got that off my legendary old man. But I've got my big smoker just out there. But for one kahi, I may as well pull this puppy out, get her having a blaze. She deserves it. Yo, that's me. And probably catch you tomorrow when I'm smoking up that beast, or making a raw fish, one of the two. So stay tuned for that. Morning. Just gonna butterfly this kahi and then smack them in the smoker. Season it up, caught it yesterday, so. clean all this out. See, I've split it down the middle. I actually take out a big chunk of I'll take the tail out, I take a big chunk of that backbone out, and that lining, just that, with those bones and stuff, I whip all that out. It just makes it easier, and then you end up, I just clean everything up, and then you end up with this nice fat butterfly kahawai that will go into the smoker this afternoon. I'll season it up, and then yeah. Okay, so we're gonna hit it with some salt banger. Don't be shy. Give it a good smash. Nice and salty. Some brown sugar. Don't be shy with that either. Get it in there. Right, that's enough of that. And I'm just gonna hit that all in. Get it all coated. Let it get all tacky and yep. We'll chuck it in the smoker this afternoon, eh? It'll be yummy. So we've got that, it's nice and brown and coated. That's all gonna soak in the salt. Almost like a brine. I'll put some Glad wrap over that. Let it sit in the fridge. And then we will crank it up in the smoker this afternoon. It's looking perfect. It's nice and moist. A little bit of a bone in that piece still, ain't? Hold on. Just a little bit hot, baby. Hold on. How good? So good. It's perfect. Yum! Let it cool, sit for a bit, on. Alright, so we've cut up our fish, put in some lemon juice, we're going to cover that, chuck it in the fridge, chop up our capsicum, little tomatoes, some spring onion, that stuff, salt and pepper, drain that out, whack it all together to taste. But yeah, that's sort of already changing colour, but I only leave that in there for as long as it takes me to chop that stuff up. Right, so I've added our fish and other ingredients together. Now I'm just going to slap some of this thick coconut cream in there. Try that much. It's looking mean. Salt and pepper. Right, so we've added our salt and pepper to taste. Let's go for a slap. That is good, man. Ooh, yeah. How good. That in the fridge overnight. Nectar. Nectar. Now I had my broken things usually I think bad luck or something like that comes in threes. So I've had my third one this morning, so first one was this rod over here. That snapped, which was one of my favourite, the blackout, Shimano blackouts. We pulled out of the boat ramp and fung it on and left it up on the top with a rocket launcher, snapped the tip. Anyway, and then my favourite ocean angler soft bait rod, the old tip in here, she's a bit bent and it lost the eyelet on my last video. Spewing about that, but I'll swap that myself. And then this morning, my Abu Garcia soft baiting rod that I was setting out to take down to the river, I pulled this and then the bottom eyelet snapped. So that's 3, absolutely spewing. Like, as you can see, I have plenty of reels that need homes, you know. Look at all these soft baiting rods. That's a Abu Garcia, that's a Vanford. That one, I love that little reel. The old twin power. Like, I've got all these reels that need rods. And then, you know, I've got my two Shimano bait runners, 8000, 4000, and my Daiwa free swimmer, which is the same as the bait runner. But yeah, soon we'll be cracking out these puppies in the harbour and catching some kingies, running some live baits and pumping the kingies. I love that 10 fathom. But what I was meaning is, I've just had one of these bad, excuse me all my mess in my shed, but I've had one of these bad lucks with my rods lately. So usually it comes in 3, and today was my 3rd one with that. Morena, morning, back down on this filthy bloody river. It's been raining again. Find a little bit of nice weather in it. The water's filthy, but down here got me some brekkie back in my little podsy. That's a mark, as how you can see how filthy the water is. Neat there. So spend a couple, it's high tide now. I'm going to do a bit of outgoing because last time I was here I did all the incoming. It was terrible. So fingers crossed. Let's get it. Just had a massive shoal of silver bellies, like it was bigger than all 3 markers come in. Some of them went in there, some of them didn't. I was like, really? If there was whitebait we would have been on. But not the ones we're after. Unfortunately there's a few of them running coming to the end of the season. I find like you get more at the end, but hopefully there's some good ones swimming through with them. You never know. The wind's picking up, the water's dirty, but hopefully that outgoing tide, more action than what was here last week, that's for sure. Another little shoal, not many, but that's better than last week already. So I think that outgoing tide is the difference here. They're going into my net now. And we got them. What are they? Something that cool there. Not many, but some. Got some real good current flow going the right way now, so it's a bit slow to start with, but it's starting to move. You can see it on the floats. It's starting to swirl a bit. So, man, if these clear whitebait with the amount of silver bellies, man, holy, we would have been out of here with kilos. It's been crazy with them. There's been fish just jumping just at the back of here. So there's plenty of action today, even though the water's murky and we've had just a lot of rain, so we'll stick it out. It's just 35 minutes after high tide, so we're going to get a good little bit of run of some action before. We'll see how we go in the next hour or 2. If it's no good, I'm out of here. But yeah, we're hoping for those clear shoals. If they swimming like the silver bellies are, and you get the odd one that clears coming through, then we should do it right. So got it. Nice shoal of clear ones just going in my net now. getting chased here. It's pretty slow, man. This is getting hard. We've got a nice shoal coming over, second marker, third marker, and swimming in the net now. It's not a big shoal, but it's a shoal of clear ones. Let's have a look. It'll do. We'll take that. We will take it. Now this little peg I've made comes in real handy. So it's got a little T-bar there, that's your foot peg to push it in. But if the net needs adjusting, like if it's sitting too far with that end down that way, I can just push this, give this a tap down, and it actually adjusts the net to the right height. I keep that little pull noodle on that side and it just keeps the angle right as well. So having this is a game changer. You don't have to tie ropes to your net and all of that. You just got this one little peg, and I've got two of them in case it's if I'm setting like a bigger net with a set net, they're good as well because you can tie off your stuff to here. But you can also put another one here which locks it from moving in the currents. But it's so easy, you can just, the net was sitting too far down that way, so I just pushed it down, gave it a couple taps, and it's lifted it up. And then when this shoal swims in, I just push down and around, and then I've got the net's free. So there's no tying, there's none of that. You just lift it up, lift it down, works a treat. Not many, but swimmers. Just gonna do it a bit of the lazy way today. A couple of eggs. Get these puppies in there. You know the gist. Butter. Just going to dump the whole lot on. Some white bread. Give my old lady, she's out there helping. They're doing the garden out there. So mum will get a feed of white bait while she's here. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Here you go, mum.
I'll drop everything. Oh, thanks, Dave. Oh, I just better. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Wow.
Right, let's give this a whack. Oh yeah, it's so good. Could have done with some more, but it's a feed.
Look at that. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, thanks.
What do you reckon?
Oh,
out of 10?
look at that. 11.
11.
Look at the. Thank you.
You're welcome. There it is. Smashed it. It wasn't much, but it was a feed, so how good. How good. Alright team, thanks for watching. Bit of an adventure vlog that has a couple missions in it. At least we got a feed. I mean, it wasn't great, but we got a feed. As long as the fams have got a bit of a munch, then it's always good, eh? This little one's kicking back here, having her kai at the moment. She's happy. But yeah, got some cool missions planned out. Some soft baiting, stray lining missions, because the fishing's getting pretty good here at the moment. So stay tuned for those ones. You got any questions, hit me in the comments. Otherwise, chuck us a like, subscribe to these videos. It means a lot and it helps. So otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. You got anything you want to say, mate?
Check the banana person later.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. All right. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.